What is the best food for your pet? You ask 10 people and you're going to get 10 different answers, and it can get really confusing really fast. You've got raw, you've got cooked, you've got canned, you've got freeze-dried, you've got, oh my goodness, the hard kibble, and obviously many different kinds of homemade food. There's millions of, oh goodness, commercial foods. Nobody knows what's best. Every company claims they're the best. The vets will turn you to one direction of food that a pet nutritionist will tell you to stay as far away from that food as possible. So how do you know what to feed your animal when you can't get a straight answer from any one person, or you can't get the same answer from even two people? So I will tell you a little bit about what we're doing, and it is going to be quite a series because one thing I have done is raise animals for almost 3 decades, and I have researched pet food for just as long, and it's ever changing constantly. And what I choose to do with my animals isn't what I'm telling you to do for your animals. I'm just going to tell you our experience and how it works for us. So what prompted me to do this video today is I'm going to try a new food. It is one that is highly recommended. It's known as one of the better foods. Actually, it was like number 2 on one of the lists that I found for a hard kibble. So we raise Maine Coon cats, toy poodles, and you're supposed to feed dogs and cats a different diet. But sometimes there are things that you can put in a food that will make it good for both animals. And so I'm going to try something that I didn't even know was good for both dogs and cats until I put it in the cart to order it. And I got it off of Chewy. I'm going to show it to you. And it's called Wisong. Have not tried it. My animals may hate it. I'm not telling you to go buy this. I'm just letting you know this is one we are trying right now. It's Epigen 90. It's all natural food for dogs and cats, and it is all life stages, which means you can feed it to puppies, adult dogs, kittens, adult cats, which sounds a little fishy, so we'll see how it goes. There are feeds that do well for all life stages, but I've never seen it made for both dogs and cats other than raw food. So a lot of you know, if you've been following us, I do make my own homemade food for my dogs and cats, and it is raw. And I know that's a big controversial issue for a lot of people, especially vets who claim, oh no, you can't do that, that's unhealthy, salmonella poisoning, all these things can happen. Well, yeah, you can get salmonella poisoning from any raw chicken that you're preparing, whether it's for you or your dog or your cat. You're gonna, I guess basically what I'm saying is you're gonna run into the same problems, whether it's for a human or for an animal. You just have to be careful, you know, common sense. But there's a lot more that goes into that. We're not gonna talk about raw food today. We're gonna talk about kibble, because when I put one of my puppies or kittens on my raw food, I promise you, you're gonna go home and try to feed it a bag of commercial brand dry kibble, and they're not gonna eat it. They don't like it. This raw food that I make is like candy to a baby, and they're not going to choose to eat something else. It's like feeding them liver and onions versus ice cream. Okay, you get my point? So anyways, I just want to let you know this is something we're trying because I am having a very difficult time finding a good quality hard kibble that I can put puppies and kittens on and be able to send them home and they still eat it well for their owners, because not everybody wants to feed a high quality diet that costs a heck of a lot more and is a lot more time consuming, high maintenance foods to feed. Not everybody's got time for that, but this is what I do. This is my jam. So anyways, I don't want to ramble on and on, but I want to let you know that I am going to be going through a series of videos over several months probably of just talking about different foods and how I make our food. In fact, we are going to make a new batch of raw food really soon, and I'll take you along on that journey. So if you aren't following us yet, please follow us. You know, we have several social media pages, and again, I'll just repeat, you don't have to do what I do. I'm just showing you what I do. And I'm sure at some point somebody's going to say, you can't do that, or you shouldn't do this, or you're doing that wrong. Everybody has their way of doing things. What I do from experience and what works for my animals. Every animal is different. So anyways, thanks for watching, and follow us. And if you like it, comment. If you've ever used this food, comment. Let me know what works for you. Would love to hear your story.